Okay, gone a little longer than planned. One of my girls was sick and she was sick on our bed. So, and it went through everything, so that required quite a bit of attention straight away. So hopefully this hasn't dried too much in our absence. There's a little bit of wire showing on the underside. We could turn that into a feature. Let's just patch her up. Yeah, I was thinking, and I never did find anything to be teeth, but I'm still thinking about doing that as well. So let's, I like that. I just have an opening for a more. Yeah, let's just put this all on there. Something a bit like that. Yeah. Now, let's look at this bag of really cool bits. They're little porcelain doll's arms and legs, but we'll look at them another day. We just want the arms for now. All of that over there. Little tiny doll's arms. Now I've been pulling them out at random, so I don't know if I've got lefts or rights. Guess I'll find out. What we got? Little left hand, little left hand, little right hand. I'm seeing that as a left hand. Another left hand. Yeah, that is distinctly different. Is that all the hands? I think that is all the hands. Yeah. So let's have fun. Yeah, that's looking good. I don't think we'll have any use for the legs. Where's the leg? There's a big hand there. We could have one big one coming out the back, couldn't we? Or out the top. Have There's anything there that was... Let's stop jingling jangling, put them over there. I know what can be teeth. Right back. Whilst I was looking for what I thought would be really good teeth all of a sudden, some of these arms fell out. So I did poke them back in, but they might slightly be out of whack from where they were when I cut. I've got a tub of both non-rusted and rusted nails in all kinds of sizes. These would be perfect for his teeth. Rusty ones are what we're looking for, given his colour. I know down the bottom somewhere there's loads of little tiny ones somewhere. If they slipped all the way down the other end. Let's get this tub for a second and put loads of them in there. It's going to make a bit of a racket. I need to get to those small ones. Is that enough out of the way? I think that's enough out of the way. Maybe a few more. That's enough out of the way to find the ones I'm after. I think, anyway. There they are. Little cluster in the middle. Loads of little tiny ones. So we'll get a fair few of them out. We'll have a couple of the bigger ones. Are there any sizes in between? I think they're the most direct in relation to what I've got here. It's slightly a bit smaller. A couple more of these little ones. Yeah, those ones are a little bit smaller. You're a bit too shiny, mate, aren't you? Get rid of you. These ones are all a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. We have one really big one, can't we? There they are. Let's get some more of those little ones. Debris. Put you back. Right, let's start getting some teeth in there. This is good. The bigger ones at the bottom. Little spider husk. Spider shed. Get some of the ones in between. This is looking good. This was a good call. Dust. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, we're going to keep that. No more of those needed. pull those back. Dust bits and husks over there. And let's just put these back in case I need this tub for anything. Right. Now, should we squidge the eyes in? We want the little ones, the very, very, very little ones, which are all at the bottom. Let's just scatter them. We want the very, very, very tiny ones, which don't want to come out. Two stay in there then. Right, the very tiny ones. We're going to push them in as far as we can. Right, sunk in. Oh, he is looking quite beastly now. Put those ones back because we're not using any of the really big ones. We just want the very, very small ones. Paperclip. Sink them in really far. So I am going to knock them over the floor. I knew it. I nearly knocked them over then, just moving them. Get you in there. These big ones out of the way. side of his face. Maybe. Oh, I'm so glad this spider went the way it did. This is far more fascinating as far as I'm concerned. Creating a beast. Yeah. Definitely the right way to go. Oh, you're being naughty. Get yourself in there. It's looking good. Maybe if we stand them like that, so we can dry. Right, we're going to stop with the eyes right there. Let's try and get these all in the tub, not on the floor. Let's not get greedy. Let's put a few in at a time. Done. I wonder if we've got anything else that we can have poking out of him, or do we start to get... Do we try cutting into him when he's dry? Yeah, I think we're gonna mark him up. Perhaps when he's dry. That'll work better then. Do a test. I'll do a few now. Oh, this has since become a completely and utterly dull blade. It won't cut paper, won't cut peanuts, won't cut jelly. Barely cuts this. So it's not going to cut me. So you out there don't have to worry if you do. Just done the one. We'll see how that dries. So let's keep it up that way, because I think the head's just going to keep going all the way back. We don't want it quite that far back. Let's stand him that way. So he should dry fine. I don't know if there's anything else we've got laying around. Let me get my tea before it goes cold. I don't know if there's anything else I've got laying around that can come out of him anywhere. I don't think there is. Not in immediate sight. Not that can be used that's going to look good. We are going to let him dry. Her dry. This is Mama Spider, Mama Queen Spider. So we're going to put all of her younglings in here, her little spiderlings. You can all go in there for now, so nothing happens to you. And we are going to call it there for now. Put all these bits away, their respective places. This is where we're at the moment. So much more cool than just a regulation spider. I want to look forward to finishing this. I might cover it in some texture. We'll see. We're going to let it dry like that. Yeah. Right, I'll leave him there. That's how we're going to let him dry. I'll find him somewhere safe to go in the time being. Because I don't know how long this stuff takes to dry. I'll give it 24 hours and then have a poke. I mean, it's quite a big old dense ball, so it may take longer than that. I guess we'll see. So, bye for now. Back in a moment. We are back with Spider Queen Monstrosity. It's been about, when did I start this? Day before last? 36 to 48 hours, and it's starting to dry up enough to consider doing things with. I think the body's going to take quite a bit longer to dry, so that's really dense. But we're looking good. We're looking nice and monstrous. And the textured stuff doesn't really, or it's started to groove a little bit with a very dull blade. Doesn't really bring much. It just looks like it's been stabbed up a little bit with a craft knife, a dull craft knife. So I don't think we'll go about adding texture in that sense. I have a surplus of, again from my heavy miniature days and tabletop gaming days, of scenery and terrain making bits and pieces. So I'm thinking of coating him in things. Unsure what yet. It's all just things at the moment until I dig them out and show you. So we're not at that stage just yet. I did, however, remember I got these. Pop you there for a second, sunshine. These are also from Games Workshop, and they are sort of basing kits. So when you do your little models, you can do the bases to make them, you know, look like they're in something rather than just on a base. And I really enjoyed that. And there were so many. I only got the two. I could have got them all because they were they all had something cool about them. Now this one, I think I've pretty much used all the stony bits, but I've got loads of little toadstools. Loads of little toadstools, little mushrooms. I'll have to get my camera phone set up for this so you can really see these in detail, but they are beautiful. There's a series of those. I have got some stalagmites as well, which could also be used for something. Quite a few of those in various sizes. We'll get them all out. Don't think I'll be using these little treasure chests with skulls on. They don't really have. Do that one, stalagmite and a bit of skeleton. That might be interesting. Perhaps not. Yeah, there's a little scene to put some of the toadstools in. Little rocky formation. The toadstools and the stalagmites might be interesting coming out of him. Perhaps not the really big ones. Put it that way. Perhaps some of the really little ones. So we've got some growths. I don't think we'll be using any of these, though they are cool. We might do. I'm erupting some green gem. Let's see what we've got in this one. Ah, this is where a lot of the stones ended up. I think I pooled them all together. I don't think we've got anything here. These are all rather big, sort of Aztec themed base pieces. We could use some of this stone, cover him in that. Or her, sorry, because, you know, this is Spider Queen after all. There are some little sort of tropical plants. That would be quite interesting for a bit of a bum zone. It's a bit like a Venus flytrap. What else have we got in here? Stump. Little spider on a plant, that could be good, but I think it's going to be a bit big to have coming out of him anywhere. I think that's going to stand out too much. It's not going to actually work with him. But the mushrooms, they could work. See, the spiders, if I'd have thought about this as he was so soft and pliable, these would have probably been good to encrust in, you know, push right in somewhere. He's far too dry on the outside now to do that. So I don't think we'll use them. We'll save them for another time. But the vine, this could add for an interesting texture to him. And we can paint over it. Let's put this one aside for now. We've got on here some barbed wire, some like lily pads / leaves, some vines, some ferns. They could be interesting. Let's put those all away for the moment though. Pop that one over there. Let's have a look at what we've got here, see if any of this. That one in there for now. Little bits of slate. Do we have like some toadstools growing out of him? Do we have some stalagmites growing out of him somewhere? Because we could probably just about get away with pushing these in. Don't need to add to his teeth, we like them as they are. see what we could do with these maybe. Any more very tiny clusters of stalagmites. I think the big ones might be a no-go for this guy, of where he's at, but we'll get them all out and have a little look. I think that's it. I don't think, as cool as these are, I don't think they're going to be fitting in with him. I don't know. No, I think we'll save those for another time. But these spiky bits could come out of him, couldn't they? In various places. I think it does work having a couple come out around here, around the centre of the head. We could glue those on. Have a big one coming out the back there, couldn't he? Move those over for a second. And what about put those ones back for now? So if we're going to use any, we'll use what's out. These little toadstools. They're one of those things I want to use them, but I don't at the same time. Well, that one's got a little tiny face. I forgot about that. That's really cool. Any more faces? Yes, you. You two are the same. Could have fungus growing out the top of it. I think I'm really liking the spike idea. Right between the eyes there. Adding a bit of bit more of an unholy aspect to him. Maybe, like I say, maybe a big one going out round the back here. That might be quite cool. A couple of little ones elsewhere, maybe. Out the tips there. How would that look? I think a bit out of place. I think the two between the eyes though, that could work. Let's commit to that. I'm going to glue that one in place for sure. Right there. Up a tiny bit. Yeah, about there. A little bit more maps about there. And do we do big one coming out the bum, or where the bum would be roughly? Or would we do a series? A series of spikes running down the middle. Bigger, bigger, until we end in a big one there. How does that look out of place there? Let's just do it. I need to balance you right down. About there. Oh my days. It's gonna be you who glue everywhere. You gonna stay? You gonna fall off again? You're gonna fall off again. There we go. Now, do we put one? As well, not too many running up the back. Would we have a bit of a cluster? Would we have them sort of erupting? We'll put that one there. Yeah. We have a couple popping out in different places, or do we come with a bit of a sort of half spike hairline down the back here? And then you sort of about there. We need one more somewhere, but it's where to put it, where it's fitting with him, with his look. Coming out the back of the head a little bit. Yeah, one there. What about here? And when that's dry enough to rotate, we'll stick one more either close to the back or close to the front, or maybe in the happy middle zone. So we don't need those. We want to. I really want to use these toadstools, but I don't at the same time. We'll save them for another time. I think we will go for that one or that one. Let's put the rest of these back. So we'll go for that one or that one to go in here. Yeah, I think just one. Probably this one. About there. I mean, would two be fitting? They went there and there. Two closer together. Yeah, we'll keep the two. Let's put those away for a second. I'm not going to use any more of those. Just give that a little moment longer, see if it's to a safe point where we can do this. Which I think it is. Yep, it looks like it's at a safe zone. So let's maybe bring these two somewhat... Nope. Stay there. Somewhat close together. And maybe here and here. What do we have him coming out of his cheeks? Yeah, there and there is better. Right. On your back you go. That is definitely better. Like there and there. Right about there. Don't want to do that too much. And then you. Similar place on the other side. Let's put that away then. So we're gonna have to let him dry before we consider doing anything else. And you about there. Okay. So we are going to... What I might do actually is take this opportunity to put, if I can, a little Yoo-hoo glue in these gaps, because when you leave it to its own devices and let it just dry, and it's sort of, you know, it's not a thin bit, it's not having two parts put together or anything. It bubbles and blisters a little bit, which I think is going to be a nice effect for him. So yeah, let's have a try, especially since there's a bit of a chasm, a bit of a suitable chasm. I can move him like this. Let that blister around down there. See if I can get a bit blistering around here. Maybe a little bit up the arm as well, let it. And get it under the arm. So we don't mind it getting messy at this point. It's going to add to his sort of overall stringiness. Let's try around there as well. We can get it in there, under there, and have it coming from the hands a little bit if we're lucky, and pull it down to other parts. Might do this again towards the very end after we've given him texture. I think it's going to add to his ick factor, having these stringy bits. Where all these hands have popped out. Make sure it doesn't knock anything around too much. Yeah, this is a good idea. We're definitely going to do this again when we've painted him up, textured him up, so we can have all this blistering stickiness coming from him. Yeah. That looks really cool. And it's going to be a bit webby as well. That spider-like element. So we are going to put his spike back up because it's fallen down. I've obviously caught that. We're going to let him dry. Try not to have anything move in the meantime. And then when we come back, we're going to have a look. Let's get all these bits off here. These bits of Yoo-hoo glue. We're going to have a look at how we're going to texture up his body. And how we're going to ooze up the mouth a bit as well. I think that's where these will come in. This one in particular. This Citadel Technical paint. They're really fun to play with. I mean, they're obviously awesome for what they are designed for, which is your miniatures. They're also fun to use for other things as well. I think this guy, his mouth is definitely going to warrant this. And we'll probably give him a wash after he's been textured up. That's going to be messy. That's going to require a nice clean film board because we're going to absolutely smother him in glue. Maybe the Yoo-hoo, we'll see. I've got quite a bit of that. Because then any bits that aren't covered, they'll have that like blister-like look to them. And then we'll paint him up. Finishing touches will be Yoo-hoo glue to get this stringy vibe back in place. So that's going to be cool. And perhaps out of the mouth as well, frothing a little bit maybe. So yeah, for now, we are going to let him dry so I don't keep knocking his spikes out of place. And yeah, I've definitely got to try and get my camera, or the camera on my phone set up around here somewhere so you can really see the detail at the moment, because that camera doesn't quite do him justice. Can't get him close enough without him being completely out of focus and just a mess. So anyway, we're going to work on that. So I'll see you in a little bit.